1000 Lulby Sisters. Tammy finally says yes to therapy. After Andrea's ultimatum, the emotional journey of Tammy Slayton has been anything but easy. For years, viewers have watched her struggle, not just with weight loss, but with deep-rooted emotional pain, resistance to change, and complicated relationships. Now, in a dramatic and long-awaited turning point, Tammy is finally making a decision that could change everything. She has agreed to go to therapy. And surprisingly, it wasn't a doctor or a family member who pushed her over the edge this time. It was Andrea. A breaking point years in the making, Tammy's story has always been layered. While her physical transformation has been at the center of the show, fans have long suspected that her biggest battles were happening internally. Her stubbornness, emotional outbursts, and tendency to push people away have often overshadowed her progress. Over time, the people closest to her, Amy, Chris, Amanda, have all tried to encourage Tammy to seek professional help. But every time the topic came up, Tammy shut it down. She didn't want to talk about her past. She didn't want to open old wounds. And most of all, she didn't want to feel vulnerable. But that resistance came at a cost. Her relationships became strained. Arguments became more frequent. And even when she made progress physically, emotionally, she often seemed stuck in the same place. Enter Andrea. A different kind of influence, Andrea's presence in Tammy's life brought something new. Someone who wasn't afraid to challenge her directly, but also someone who cared deeply enough to stay. Unlike others, Andrea didn't walk on eggshells around Tammy. She called her out, she pushed her, and most importantly, she refused to accept excuses. At first, Tammy resisted Andrea just like she had resisted everyone else. There were arguments, tension, and moments where it seemed like the relationship might fall apart entirely. But Andrea didn't back down. The ultimatum that changed everything. The turning point came during a heated conversation that quickly escalated into something far more serious. Andrea made it clear. If Tammy refused to go to therapy, she would walk away. No more second chances, no more waiting, no more watching Tammy self-destruct. For Tammy, this wasn't just another argument. It was a moment of truth. Because for the first time, she realized she had something real to lose. Tammy's emotional response? At first, Tammy reacted the way she always does. Defensive, angry, dismissive. She accused Andrea of not understanding her. She tried to deflect the conversation. She even attempted to shut it down completely. But Andrea stood firm, and eventually, something shifted. Tammy's anger gave way to silence. Then came tears. For a brief moment, viewers saw a different side of Tammy, the side she usually keeps hidden. The fear, the pain, the exhaustion of carrying so much emotional weight for so long. And then, quietly but powerfully, Tammy said the words no one expected. "Fine, I'll go." Why? This decision matters so much. Tammy agreeing to therapy isn't just another step in her journey. It could be the most important one yet, because therapy isn't about diets or surgeries. It's about understanding why she struggles with food, why she pushes people away, why she resists change even when she knows it's necessary. For years, Tammy has treated the symptoms. Now she's finally ready to address the cause. Tammy's resistance to therapy didn't come from nowhere. Opening up means facing painful memories, childhood struggles, insecurities, trauma, and possibly experiences she has never shared with anyone. For someone like Tammy, who has built emotional walls over time, that's terrifying. Avoidance became her coping mechanism. Food became comfort. Anger became protection. Isolation became safety. Therapy threatens all of that. What makes Andrea different is her balance of compassion and firmness. She didn't just suggest therapy, she demanded it, but she didn't do it out of frustration alone. She did it because she sees Tammy's potential. She sees the progress Tammy has made. She sees the strength Tammy doesn't recognize in herself. And she refuses to let Tammy throw it all away. That kind of tough love isn't easy to give or receive, but sometimes it's exactly what's needed. When news spread that Tammy had agreed to therapy, her family's reaction was a mix of disbelief and cautious optimism. Amy, who has long hoped for this moment, reportedly became emotional. For her, this wasn't just progress. It was relief. Chris saw it as a sign that Tammy might finally be ready to take full responsibility for her life. Amanda, known for her blunt honesty, was proud, but skeptical. She knows Tammy's history of backing out, and she's waiting to see if this commitment sticks. Still, for the first time in a long time, the family felt something they hadn't felt before. Hope. Saying yes to therapy is one thing. Following through is another. Therapy is not a quick fix. It's uncomfortable, emotional, and often exhausting. It requires honesty, accountability, and consistency. 3 things Tammy has struggled with in the past. There will be moments when she wants to quit. Moments when it feels too hard. Moments when facing the truth feels unbearable. But if she can push through those moments, the rewards could be life-changing. A new chapter begins. Tammy's journey has always been about more than weight loss. It's about healing. It's about growth. It's about becoming the person she's always had the potential to be. By agreeing to therapy, Tammy is taking a step that many people never do. She's choosing to face herself. Fans of the show have been quick to react, and many are calling this Tammy's biggest breakthrough yet. Social media has been flooded with messages of support. This is what she needed all along. I'm so proud of her for finally saying yes. Andrea might have just saved her life. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some fans remain cautious, pointing out Tammy's history of setbacks. But even the skeptics admit, this moment feels different. One of the key factors in Tammy's decision is accountability. For years, Tammy has been surrounded by people who care about her, but sometimes that care turned into enabling. Andrea changed that dynamic. She didn't accept excuses, she didn't tolerate avoidance, and she made it clear that Tammy's choices have consequences. That shift in accountability may be exactly what Tammy needed to take this step. If Tammy fully commits to therapy, the possibilities are enormous. She could develop healthier coping mechanisms, build stronger relationships, improve her mental health, strengthen her weight loss journey, gain a deeper understanding of herself. Most importantly, she could finally break the cycle that has held her back for so long. It's easy to overlook how big this moment really is. There are no dramatic weigh-ins, no surgeries, no physical transformations. But internally, this could be the biggest transformation of all, because real change starts from within. Andrea's role. Moving forward, Andrea's influence doesn't end with the ultimatum. If anything, her role becomes even more important now. Tammy will need support. She'll need encouragement. She'll need someone to remind her why she started. And Andrea has already proven she's willing to be that person. That's the question on everyone's mind. Will Tammy stick with therapy? Will she open up? Will she do the hard work required to truly change? No one knows for sure. But for the first time, it feels like there's a real chance. Tammy saying yes to therapy isn't just a storyline. It's a powerful reminder of how difficult and important it is to seek help. It takes courage to admit you can't do it alone. It takes strength to face your past. And it takes commitment to keep going, even when it's hard. Tammy has taken that first step. Now, the journey truly begins.